Hi, I'm Raf de Kempe here at Money 2020 in Las Vegas with Justo Benetti, SVP, Head of Americas of dLocal.
Hi everyone, Raft, very nice to meet you and be back at Money 2020. As you said, Head of Americas for dLocal. I've started now about 2 months in the position and of course running everything that's our expansion into the Americas overall.
Thank you for joining us, Justo. Great to see you here. How important is it for merchants to actually partner with a company like dLocal to expand in the region?
I think it's a great question, right? I think, you know, today we work with all of the biggest companies, very well-known companies across the world. But I think where we come in and really solve that lot of complexity for them is, when all these companies want to branch out of their usual, market, whether that's the US, right? And they need to go into places like Latin America, Africa, or Asia, but they really don't have the whole structure to do so, right? That means like a full-blown company, employees, the whole operation, and that's where dLocal comes in and facilitates all of that money movement, whether it's paying or payouts, right? In 40 plus emerging markets, right? So for all those companies who are really just trying to expand and get to growth in the macroeconomic situation that we live today, it's pretty important, right? I think that's where we come in and we provide a lot of those solutions, so we take the pain away and they just gotta focus on their core business, right? Whether that's selling retail, digital goods, etc.
What opportunities do you see for dLocal in the Americas?
I think if you look at today, we have so much opportunity, right? Like the market keeps growing. If you look at the US as a market per se, the growth is still not it's single digit growth, right? And it's been like that for the last couple of years. So what we see is a lot of opportunity for those American companies to go and look for that revenue and that double digit growth somewhere else, Latin America being one of those markets. If you look at like how much it's been growing, it's always about 30% in the past couple of years, right? As an e-commerce market. So super attractive to go outside and branch out to those things. And then for Latin American companies, which are under my purview as well, I think the most important stuff is how do you enable them to go and think about the world as their customer, right? Which many times it's been like an afterthought for companies like that, but more of a thought here in markets like the US or Canada, right? So how do we sit down with them and enable maybe, a company that's helping, people who do different artisan things in Brazil, right? Get those products, move over and sell them globally, right?
And that's how you're looking to tap into those opportunities as well?
That's how we're looking to tap into those opportunities. Yeah, exactly. It's just, at the end of the day, we grow only when we solve problems for our customers, and that's how the company has organically grown, right? We started in Latin America, as you probably know, solving a lot of pain points for these big companies, and from there we branch it out to 40 markets, right? But the way that we do product development and all, it's always thinking about like, what's the problem we're going into the market to solve for these companies, right? And like, what's the opportunity that they have out there in terms of generating revenue, right?
And I know you're head of the Americas, but Africa, Asia, do they also hold exciting opportunities for dLocal?
They hold very exciting opportunities. Yeah. When I think about my role, right, it's at the end of the day doing that consulting for those companies who are in the US and are trying to sell into Africa and Asia, right? Like if you look at in terms of size of the market, it's millions and millions of consumers. Again, double-digit growth when it goes to e-commerce, right? And also the increase in internet, population with services like Starlink, going into very vast territories. That brings a lot of people into the fold, right? And it's a young demographic that moves very, very quickly in terms of like what they like, their consumer preferences, right? Well, that's for paying for payout. So for us, it's again a very, very exciting market, and yeah, we've launched 17 to 20 markets in the last year and a half or so, just within that region, right? And we'll continue to expand.
And you touched on Starlink. Are there any other innovations that are playing an essential role in the payments industry?
I think Starlink per se, what it gives is it gives internet penetration to a lot of these people across the board, right? And I think there's like two things. There's of course the unbanked, right? So like what are the things that are being done, whether that's through wallets or other fintech companies, right, which are positioning themselves to cater for those unbanked, right? And the other ones are the digitally unbanked, if you want to call them, right? So I think there's two things happening. Is number one, the tech side of the house, right, which is like how do you get internet to all these people? The second one is how do you start working with regulators and other partners and other players within the ecosystem to try and bring all those unbanked people into the transactioning world, right? And I think there's a lot of very interesting developments there, whether they're happening with regulation per se, right? Whether it's different KYC or KYC technology that's coming up there, right? And I think all those things should definitely help accelerate that growth.
And if we look back at a macro level at the global industry of payments, are there any challenges, like the biggest challenges you see that the industry is facing?
I think that the biggest challenge we always see is we always try to tackle is like how do we make it seamless for people, right? Because at the end of the day, when you're trying to move money in a country like Mexico or Argentina, right, or Nigeria or Pakistan, like it's a completely different flavor, right? And if you look at that from an American lens about what a customer experience looks like, that is very different, right? So what we're focused on is how do we make it seamless for all those companies that are trying to work with dLocal. So it's an afterthought for them, everything that happens in the past to make sure that money movement happens, right? And then the other thing I say is, how do we work closely with regulators, like for example the Central Bank of Brazil, right, to see how we can influence the what's happening with PIX, right, which as you know has grown tremendously.
Yes.
And those are the things where we put a lot of the focus, right, which is like just sitting down and simplify it so a lot of the regulatory stuff doesn't come in our way, right, and we look at technology as something that could actually really help bring people into the economy.
And what's the next step for dLocal?
Great question. I think we'll continue to expand markets for sure, right? We'll continue to expand the footprint of our products, right? This year we're already working with an invoicing product, right, which we basically cater for all B2B businesses which are not able to invoice globally. We also rolled out our second version of dLocal for platforms, which is our marketplace offering. So for us, it's about two things mainly, which is geographic growth, right, at top of mind, and then product development, with other things that our customers are asking us, right?
What's your personal hope for the future?
Great question. Well, in these times, I'd say more peace, right? For sure. But I think, the more that all of these companies which are in the ecosystem, whether it's a financial institution, whether it's a regulator, whether it's a fintech company, how can we all collaborate closer together, right, to make sure, we lift up those economies, right, and the potential that they have to do so.
We're here at Money 2020 in Vegas. How have you found the conference and the show so far?
Conference and show, amazing. You and I were speaking just now before starting. I think it's, as I said, one of the best conferences and the one that I really, really enjoy coming, not just because of the content, but because of the quality of people that you get to sit down, right? There's not many conferences when you can spend, 40, 50, 60 meetings, right, in 2 days, and all of them with decision makers or the people that you want to be talking to, right? So for us, it's that opportunity, and also opportunity to spend time with our partners, right, and tell them everything we're doing.
Awesome. Well, Justo, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you very much. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you.